A short drive from Highway 17 in Arizona is the Montezuma Castle National Monument. I included a visit as part of an Arizona road trip. It is about 40 minutes south of Sedona in central Arizona. I arrived shortly after opening at 8 a.m. There were signs that said to be patient if there were no parking spaces, so I assumed that the parking lot fills up later in the day. It was no problem for me, however, and I saw several RVs parked on the site. You enter into a gift shop and museum. The admission fee was $10, but I took the opportunity to purchase a lifetime national park pass. For seniors, it is only $80, and I figured it would be worth it. I immediately took off through the park to see the cliff dwelling. I had been to the site of other cliff dwellings, such as Mesa Verde, where you can walk through the ruins. In this park, there is no access. Guided tours were stopped in 1951 because of the damage to the site, so all you can do is view it from afar. There was a park ranger standing below the ancient site who was giving some verbal history. I only caught the tail end, so thought I'd stick around to hear it repeated. However, he didn't continue. I found out later that ranger-led programs are offered only periodically, so I just missed it. Instead, I followed the loop path and read the signage along the way, which gave context to what you are seeing. The history is quite fascinating. Established in 1906, Montezuma Castle is the third national monument dedicated to preserving Native American culture. Despite being called a castle, the dwelling at Montezuma Castle is actually a collection of 20 rooms originally belonging to multiple families, similar to a modern-day apartment building. The cliff dwelling is nestled into a towering limestone cliff. It is quite the story of ingenuity and survival. As you can see, the stucco on the outside of the structure is two colors. Several years back, in order to support the crumbling structure, they hired Native Americans to use the same techniques to stucco the outside of the lower buildings. Even using the exact same methods and mud, the color turned out different. They aren't sure whether it will change over time to match the other, or if the mud color is just different now. If it does fade over time to match, none of us will be around to witness it. The path takes you to a small area where you can see the shell of another dwelling, which were evidently built before the Sinagua moved to the cave dwelling. The path then takes you to the edge of Beaver Creek, which is a tributary of the Verde River, and creates a pretty setting. As you loop around on the path, you eventually arrive at a diorama which shows what the interior of the dwelling was like. This was useful since you can't go inside the structure anymore. When you finish the loop, you end up back at the museum and gift shop. I must say that the small little area for the museum was well utilized and displayed a quick and interesting history of the Sinagua people. It was definitely a better than average museum, especially for its small size. The information included a timeline of the Sinagua people settlement in the Verde Valley area around the year 650. So that completed my short visit. I'm not sure what I expected to see, but I was surprised at the loveliness of the park setting. There were Arizona sycamore trees that created a canopy of silver. Beaver Creek creates a lovely setting for birds and wildlife. And of course, the ancient cliffs hover over the surroundings. I don't think the site warrants a full day. You can easily get through all the information in a couple hours. However, I would definitely suggest packing a picnic lunch. There's a picnic area by the gift shop, and the setting is so nice you will want to spend a little more time enjoying nature. It was certainly a friendly and inviting park for this senior solo traveler. And if you'd like to follow more of my senior and solo travel journeys, please like and subscribe. Cheers!